Okay, so in 2017, I flew to Paris to compete in a Rubik's Cube competition. Yes, that's a real thing. People gather in rooms and twist little plastic cubes at each other competitively, and I was good enough to go to Paris for it. I brought my dad with me. Now, my dad has a really hard time walking. Distances that should take 5 minutes took us 20. We'd walk half a block, find a bench, and sit, catch our breath, walk again, repeat forever. Paris is a city built for strolling romantically, and we were doing the opposite of that. We were doing a series of tiny pilgrimages between benches. But honestly, I didn't mind. Some of my favorite moments were just sitting on a random bench with my dad watching the city go by. He'd point at stuff. I'd pretend I knew what it was. It was nice. The French, though. Let me tell you about the French. So almost immediately, I had my first incident. There was this door, a French door. And I do not mean the pretty kind with the glass panels. I mean a door designed by someone who hated me personally. I pushed it, nothing. I pulled it, nothing. I pushed harder. I jiggled it. I did that thing where you press your whole body weight against it, like the door is the problem and not you. And then an elderly French woman appeared out of nowhere and started yelling at me in French, loudly, gesturing at the door like I had insulted her family. I still don't know what I did. I think you were supposed to slide it, lift it, whisper a password. I just stood there going, sorry, je suis sorry, while she shook her head at me like I was the dumbest tourist she'd ever encountered. Which, fair. That kind of set the tone. The French did not love tourists. You could feel it. Not in a mean way, exactly. More like a quiet, constant disappointment. Every interaction had this energy of, you are here, unfortunate. But the food, oh my gosh, the food. The croissants alone made the trip worth it. Buttery, flaky, warm. I'd have a humiliating door experience, and then I'd eat a croissant and forget my entire ego had just been crushed. Crepes, too. We found this little stand, and I got a Nutella crepe and genuinely considered moving there. The food was my emotional support throughout this whole trip. Bad day? Crepe. Yelled at? Croissant. It was a system. We went to the Eiffel Tower, and, okay, I'm a cynical person, but it was actually beautiful. We sat on a bench, obviously, and just looked at it. My dad got really quiet and just smiled. That one was a real moment. No notes, then the Louvre, which is enormous, by the way. We did maybe 4% of it before my dad needed to sit, and I needed to recover from the walking. But while we were there were these protesters, a small group holding signs, chanting something I couldn't understand. And one guy was so committed, he was yelling with his whole chest. And then his phone rang, and he answered it. Mid-protest, he just stepped to the side, totally normal voice, taking a call while everyone else kept chanting around him. Then he hung up and went right back to yelling. Incredible multitasking. But okay, the actual reason I was there, the competition. So here's the thing I didn't know going in. This was a big event. And for the main 3x3 event, the top 10 solvers got introduced like athletes. They dimmed the lights. They had walkout music. Each finalist got their own intro song, and they'd walk across the stage like a boxer entering the ring for Rubik's Cubes. I cannot stress enough how seriously everyone took this. I was not top 10. I was watching from the crowd, fully thrilled to just be there. They went down the rankings. Number 10, music, applause. Number 9, music, applause, building up. And then they got to number 1, the best solver in the entire competition. The lights dropped, and the Imperial March from Star Wars started playing. This kid walked out like Darth Vader himself. Slow, confident. The whole room lost it. And I just remember thinking, genuinely intimidated, I am never going to be good enough to deserve the Imperial March. And I never was. But the croissants were great.